posted on Sunday, the 15th of April 2018. Yorkshire v Essex, Specsavers County Championship, Emerald Headingley, Leeds Yorkshire team, still to be announced. Essex team, still to be announced. Umpires. Yet again, the state of the outfield at the end where the new stand for Rugby League football is being built is the area that is causing most concern. Umpires Richard Illingworth and Ian Gould carried out their latest inspection at 1:40 p.m. and at that stage, no rain had fallen on the day, but within minutes of their call-off, rain arrived, bringing on the covers once more. With one more day remaining, there is a chance that this game might yet be abandoned without a ball being bowled. Yorkshire's groundsman, Andy Fogarty, has described the worst preseason I've known in 30-odd years. He said, "It's just freak conditions. This weather seemed to start in January right up until now. We're trying to prepare pitches and the outfield, and you get one good day in between 7 or 8 days of rain. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's really frustrating for us, as well as players and spectators. It's just in certain areas that it's stopping us. It's not the whole of the bottom end, only certain areas where the players will be running in and fielding. The last thing we want is players getting injured. We usually have some warmth at this time of year, but we've not been getting that. They're cold days. There's just no drying weather." Headingley is currently going through some redevelopment, with a new south stand being built to replace the old football stand. However, Yorkshire say that has had no impact. Fogarty added, "No, we've just been unfortunate and hit a bad spell of weather and not escaped it. Everybody is suffering around the country." Ryan Tandoshade also spoke after another frustrating day in Leeds, saying, "It's so soft on that side, they are reluctant to do anything to the ground. There's hardly been a drop of rain for the 3 days and we haven't looked at getting out there. It is frustrating, but that's the umpire's call. If we have any more rain, I think that will be it for the game, unfortunately." Essex have been involved in 16 complete washouts in first-class matches, and the last time that Essex were involved in a complete washout was back in May 1985 when, coincidentally, Yorkshire again provided the opposition. Essex arrived as county champions when the teams were due to meet at Abbeydale Park, Sheffield, but a violent thunderstorm the previous night left the ground flooded. The most recent time that Essex were involved in a washout on home soil was in May 1981 when Gloucestershire were the visitors to Chelmsford. Day 2 reaction, Anthony McGrath, https://www.essexcricket.org.uk/wp-content/uploads/2018/04/McGrath-Headingley-2.mp3 Day 2 report. For the second consecutive day, Essex were left frustrated in attempts to start the defense of the county championship title when play was abandoned at Headingley without a ball bowled. The outfield down at the rugby end of the ground was a particular problem area, with a significant amount of standing water remaining following recent wet weather. Although there was no rain today and the sun was shining when no rain, umpires Ian Gould and Richard Illingworth made a 2 p.m. inspection. Outfield conditions were still impossible. Essex coach Anthony McGrath said, "I'm fully behind what the umpires have got to say. I'm just bitterly disappointed that, given we've got a sunny day, we're not playing cricket. I believe these are the only 2 days without rain they've had in the last 4 weeks. You can understand that, and it's been the same countrywide. It's a shame because the crowd's building nicely ready for some cricket. You'll come back in the morning and see what happens. They can't get the water hog on there because it would keep bringing the water up, and they don't think it will dry in time for the rest of the day. If the bowlers run up on it and the fielders stand in it, it will make it much worse and be a bit of a quagmire. It's just really frustrating, but the umpires have got to do what's right for the ground and both teams. We could wait here for another 4 hours, keep everyone here, and we'd still not be guaranteed to play. It's one of those unfortunate periods of weather we've been in." Day 1 report, the county champions suffered frustration in the quest to retain the championship crown. Not play was possible on the scheduled opening day of the fixture with Yorkshire at Headingley. After the umpires inspected conditions at 10 a.m., they decided to have a further look after the scheduled lunch interval. Officials Ian Gould and Richard Illingworth spent some time surveying the situation, but with the outfield still sodden following 2 weeks of inclement weather in Leeds and further overnight and early morning rain, the decision to abandon proceedings for the day was altogether predictable. Neither team had confirmed their lineups and the toss has still to take place. A prompt start for Day 2 is already in significant doubt, but when play does get underway, Essex are expected to give a debut to Australian seamer Peter Siddle, who is with the club until next month when he will be replaced by New Zealand quick Neil Wagner. Yorkshire have a seam bowling unavailability and injury crisis, and have ruled Ben Gould, hip flexor, out of this match despite naming him in a 12-man squad. The White Rose County are without Liam Plunkett and David Willey, who are at the IPL, Matthew Fisher and James Wainman, both side problems, Ben Gould, and Steve Patterson, who broke his finger in training on Wednesday. Head coach Anthony McGrath said, "We half expected it given the forecast and the way the weather's been up here for the last 3 or 4 weeks. But it's not ideal. We had a quick walkout when we came to drop our bags off on Thursday evening, and it was really wet then." Just talking to a few of the Yorkshire lads, they say the wet weather keeps topping up what they've had all winter and it's got nowhere to go. "We've been quite lucky at Chelmsford. We managed somehow to get outside netting for 4 days from March 1st before we went to Barbados. That was a remarkable effort from our ground staff. We've also been outside for the last week, but only with bowlers off shortened run-ups. We've made the best of it and are pretty happy with what we've done."